Alright, welcome back everyone for the very first match of the Ocean Catch World Cup 2022 Grand Finals weekend, and we'll be starting things off with the show match. All the actual action will be going underway tomorrow, where we decide the entire podium and whoever takes home the first place. But for today, we have an All Stars match set up for you guys. We have All Stars Red and All Stars Blue. The players on the screen are as shown. Only Motion is one of those that did not participate this year, but we ended up selecting them as well. Everyone else are players that did participate this year and have performed really, really nicely. I'm joined here by Nick, Snow Leopard. For those, how are you feeling, Snow Leopard, today?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's a nice 10 a.m., so a pretty good match time for me. And, I mean, what can you say about having a match with all the All-Stars? It's going to be a super spicy one, and I'm really excited to see this.
Yeah, definitely. Going over the teams, we have Motion, Arma, Netmar, Arisil, Unlucky W, and Daxros on the red side, and then Titobas, Kame79, Henrik, Peckrod, Marfmelo, and Katsuragi on the blue side. So both teams consisting of players from Italy, Indonesia, Mexico, Chile, Canada, Germany, and France, and then South Korea obviously being Motion. So we have quite a variety. There are certain players that we did invite as well that ended up not willing to participate. One of them, noteworthy, being Dika, who has officially announced quitting tournaments, which is definitely a sad thing. Yeah, still very proud of these two teams, and this is going to be a high caliber match, definitely.
Yeah, something I didn't even think about until we were going through the names there is that we have two players from a lot of the top countries that are eliminated already, and they're playing against each other. So, you know, like Arma versus Kame, Henrik versus Unlucky W. That's going to be some interesting matchups to see, and I'm excited to see, you know, who wins out over their fellow teammate, and if there will be some nice little rivalry going on there.
Yeah, we purposely set it up that way so that we could definitely see some of that in between, in the same country rivalry, as you put it so nicely. Another example being Risil and Peckrod, both being from Chile. So yeah, that's why we deliberately split those apart. And obviously all of those players are pretty similar to each other. I mean, Arma and Kame are pretty interchangeable, I would say. And then the other side, Risil and Peckrod. Risil perhaps being a little bit better on the double time. But apart from that, also still, and Peckrod being a phenomenal tournament player. Also, both teams have, we have put it as All Stars Red and Blue on the top side, but the in-game names are those two artists of the tiebreaker, the custom-made song and custom-made map for this year's CWC. So DD Dice is a red team, and then Zero Maru is a blue team. So if you see the referee talking to DD Dice and Zero Maru, now you know why. So that is why. So yeah, we'll be seeing roles, and then we'll be seeing bans and picks, just as a normal match. This one is best of 13, and we will be showcasing tiebreaker at the end as well, if it were not to get to there. But honestly, given how these teams the players these two teams consist of, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another tiebreaker coming in.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be another close match, hopefully like the showcase last week, which I forget, did that go to tiebreaker or was it 1 point away? I think it went to tiebreaker.
It was a 6-1 for Philippines, and then Hong Kong came back to 6-6, and it came down to a 7-6 victory in the tiebreaker.
Okay, yeah, I was like,
yeah,
I was pretty sure that went to tiebreaker, and yeah, I would expect nothing less from this match this week as well. It's going to be another close one and a pretty exciting one to watch, hopefully.
Definitely. We see Henrik win the role, I believe. I think he rolled for All Stars Blue, so that means that All Stars Red gets to ban first, Blue gets to ban second, and pick first. Honestly, looking at this map pool, we're assuming low are hidden and high are double time bans. I'm not sure from which team. Those are just your typical catch bans. Everything else is way more in comfort zones for most players. Perhaps Hard Rock Comrades are also up for banning. The rest of the map pool, I would be surprised if one of those were banned, but we'll have to see. We have 4 no-mob maps, and then 3 from the hidden and hard rock categories, and the mixed map categories, and then full-time one. Well, we see AR 7.5 hidden getting banned away, so low AR hidden taken away. No surprises there. I wouldn't be surprised to see a double time 1 ban now being AR 9.3 double time, I do believe, so but we'll have to see.
Yeah, Katsuragi saying don't ban his map, and that actually gave me an interesting idea that maybe we can try out next year or something, is get as many mappers into a match as we can. Have a mapper advantage match.
Actually, that is actually a brilliant idea. Not gonna lie, I didn't think of it this year, but we'll be... Okay, we see Mixed Mod 3 getting banned, so take back what I said. We are gonna see something else in Hard to Comments or Harry Double Time being banned, but Mixed Mod 3 getting taken away as well. But I was about to say, we'll be doing these show match, I believe, every year now, from now on. This year being the first time for the Catchwalk, but I do believe the standard World Cup had them for quite a few years already, so... we'll definitely be doing them in the upcoming years as well. Most of the times, the last 3 weekends of the year, so semifinals, finals, and grand finals, just as this year as well. And then we can definitely organize something like that, because we do have quite a lot of maps, and all of them are relatively highly ranked as well. I mean, Ken, for example, from Mixed Mod 2 is a really good player, but Bundray, I believe, is top 10. Deleto is top 150. JPI Peter is not too certain what his rank is, but I think like still top 500, has CDC experience as well. And we see Mixed Mod 2 getting picked immediately, so that Ken and Fluorite's custom map lab is getting picked by Team Blue. So that's Team Siromaru, Team Kame, and Titobas, and everyone else. I'm curious to see how these teams are going to be. I mean, on the red side we have Arma, Motion, and Tetamaru. I think those are the main 3 players, and then the rest of them are more mod-specific players, hopping in left and right. And then on the... Oh, I mean Arisa as well. Actually, all of these players... Honestly, all of these players were selected for their absolutely astonishing scores this year. That is why... So I think... I mean, all teams consist of really, really good players, but there are some players that are kind of mod-specific. For example, Katsuragi being a low AR hidden player. Then in comparison to like something like Kame and Arm, I think they played every single map this year, so there are some reasons in that aspect as well. Rather,
yeah, I'm interested to see what mods the different players are going to pick. Like you mentioned, Katsuragi being that low AR hidden player, most likely going to be taking hidden here for Mixed Mod. And just then, based on slots, I would imagine we have Motion playing hidden, Kame and Netamaru playing Hard Rock, but could be Titobas and now Arisiel playing Hard Rock. Hard to say. Looks like we're going to be getting Pecoret and Marmello onto the tournament server so they can join in on all the fun.
Yes, indeed. Or at least getting them moved to the tournament server already. We should get both teams set up. I think Kame and Netama are going to be placing on the Hard Rock, and then Katsuragi is Motion on the Hidden. And Arisiel versus Titobas on the Nomad. For those that are tuning in for the very first time this year, which would definitely be a shame because it's the last weekend already, Mixed Mod consists of 1 player playing Nomad, 1 player playing Hidden, 1 player playing Hard Rock, and it's forced. So there's no choices there. You cannot go for Hard Rock being the Nomad player. Obviously, it's forced Mixed Mod. 2, yeah, test your mod specialists on a single map, right? Most of the time, these maps are really, really hard because only 1 player has to play them from each mod bracket, that is. So you only need 1 Hard Rock player, so you can up the difficulty just a little bit. And that's definitely something we'll be seeing. This map is 8.3. And it's going to be the first map of the Grand Finals weekend from this year. And we're going to see an early miss coming from the Tamaru Motion. And that's going to give an early advantage in favor of Team Blue.
Yeah, that advantage from Kame not dropping with that Hard Rock, going to swing it just slightly over to the blue side. But still very close. And actually, there we go. Kame misses, goes right back over to Team Red.
Yeah, and Titoba's working as well. No trades coming in from the red side. So they have been building quite a lot of combo. All 3 players above 200. And look at that scoreboard loading up. Kame finding a couple of misses, Netmar trading once. But that is just quite the advantage for the red side, actually. About 80,000 points.
Yeah, a healthy little lead now for Team Red, much more than Blue had earlier. And we're approaching the halfway mark. Not quite there. Everyone kind of getting into the groove still. First map, maybe not all the way warmed up. This was a interesting match to time, just based on all the time zones. I believe we have all 3 regions.
We do, in fact. Even in this lobby, players from Canada, from South Korea, Also for European Kame, being one of those European players, finding quite a lot of misses. He's gonna kind of bottlenecking his team just a little bit. 100,000 score in difference. Cat's dropping once, but Arisol trading. And Titobas and Netamar, the only one is above 200 combo. And Netamar ends up dropping that combo, so Titobas is the only combo still alive, and that's going to give a small combo advantage in favor of Team Blue, but I think they need at least one more miss, or two even, but that's one, so this is going to get really, really close as soon as everyone's above 200 combo.
Yeah, Nenamaru continuing to miss is dropping it closer, but then Kame is going to trade that back, so score difference going to stay over onto the red side.
Yeah, motion finding a miss, and Katsuraga ends up trading it though. So it's a two Noma players against each other. Titobas with about 650 combo. Beautiful performance coming out from him. The Aristo's completely gaining that advantage, given how he's also above 200 combo. The score is about 30,000 points actually, so that's one miss, perhaps two misses, but that's one miss. If Kame can hold on, it's going to tie things up really nicely, but we're coming to the end of the map already. 1-8 left. This 3 section. Oh, a triple miss coming out from Team Red. And that's Marvel that earlier miss, and no trades coming out from the blue side. And look at that advance already. That's 40,000 points, and the map's coming to an end. Katsuragan are dropping ones, but motion trades it. And I mean, Titobas. What a beautiful performance coming in from the number 2 in the world. Or is it number 3 already? I'm not too certain actually, but that's the first point on the board for Team Blue. So they end up winning their own pick, winning it right at the end. And Titobas with the one miss run, absolutely insane. Katsuragi beating motion by about 30,000 points. And then Kame losing to Netamar by about 50,000 points. But definitely a different maker is Titobas. That is, yeah, a wonderful performance. And the fact that he's missing, is one missing Grand Finals maps is just absolutely mind-blowing in my opinion.
Yeah, huge play out of Titobas there. Definitely carried his team to the victory there with the highest score in the lobby by quite a good margin.
Yeah, we have to keep in mind. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Yeah, we have to keep in mind.
It looks like go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say we have to keep in mind it's 8.3 Noma, right? So because on the hardcore that looks fast, but on Noma that's a really slow-paced wide map, and one missing that is absolutely insane. And as you said, mixed mod 1 coming up immediately, so an interesting pick actually coming in from Team Red, losing on the mixed mod, going for it immediately as well. The other one, this one is 7.27 stars when you see it. 2 minutes and 10 in length. And it's an Ascendance custom map, I do believe, together with Gemzu. And yeah, this one is completely different to the previous one. This one is way more high-paced and technical, I would say.
Yeah, definitely a different mapping style between the mappers. Some very different mapping. Yeah, Ascendance, Gemzu. Just very different, but should make things interesting. And, I mean, for that matter, it's a Camellia map, so just the mapping that is available on those kind of songs leaves a lot that you can do with it. And with these high-caliber mappers, I have, no hesitation that they definitely did some special stuff with it. Well, you can see the star rating already, so you know they put in some effort on this one.
Yeah, definitely. I have the honor of being in their team chats, given how I helped organizing this, and I can see Team Blue having difficulties. Well, not difficulties, but rather too many choices to choose from for whoever plays it. So that's actually definitely a good thing to see. It ends up being Henrik to step in on, I believe, in Nomad that is, and then wait, actually Henrik might be on the hidden even. I'm not too certain. And then Titobas and Kame, it seems like these two are going to switch things up, right? Titobas going to be in the hard rock and Kame on the Nomad. On the other side, Team Red going for Netamar Motion Armor, which is somewhat to be expected, I do believe.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Kame decided to go Nomad just so that he could be up against Arma.
Yeah, I mean, we see the Italians facing off, and then everyone else is from different countries just yet. So no Unlucky W on the red side, for example, or no, no Arisil and Peckham, because those two are also from Chile. There's also still Katsurari from Canada, so there's 3 Canadian players, in fact, but Henrik is going to be the one to fill in the hidden for this one. Ocean. Arma's actually going to go for... Oh, actually, the hardware players are now on the bottom. Alright, so Arma's going to be on the hardware versus Kame, and then Titobas versus Netamar on the Nomad, in fact.
Well, to see if that was a stream bug, but if not, Arma had a huge miss there at the beginning. Wasn't quite ready for this to start.
I don't think it's a stream bug. That might actually be just Arma not being too ready. Henrik finding more misses, but Arma trading Kame as well. Only Titobas once again. I mean, is this once again going to be the Titobas show? Because I'm all for it, honestly. Titobas, the only one left in the sea currently, and no one in the lobby being close even. Actually, Moshe with 20,000 score, only one miss, I do believe, so that is relatively close. He's doesn't hit him, but he ends up trading with Henrik, but Netamaris and dropping Titobas ends up falling as well. So no combos, Kama being the highest for now. Let's go to further, but he ends up dropping as well, so let's go to further things out for Team Blue. I do believe in so many misses happening, I can't really assess currently who's actually in front.
Yeah, I think that huge lead that Titobas gave Blue in the beginning is just kind of holding them over there, and everyone's just fighting to get as much combo as they can to try and, you know, take over that lead or hold it. And so far, it is staying pretty steadily over on the blue side.
Yeah, I think so as well. You should something to know for is Arma's movement on these long wiggles, because he's not catching any droplets, I do believe. That's why he's at 90 accuracy currently. He ends up finding quite a lot of misses, and Kame is just outperforming his teammates, well, former teammates, definitely not the teammate in this one. Titobas once again being countered by Netamaru, and for this one, but still with a beautiful combo. And then Kame as well, but ends up failing as well, so, but that's about 10,000 points in difference. Motion definitely outperforming Henrik, but the hardware difference is just too huge. We're approaching to the last corner.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, like you mentioned, Motion outperforming Henrik, but Kame strongly outperforming Armor right now, and Titobas with a a respectable outperformance over Nenmar just gives us a pretty huge score difference over to Blue now, 250,000.
Yeah, once again, Titobas I believe with the one miss run currently. This is absolutely insane. Ends up this being a very clear victory for Team Blue, so that's definitely a breakpoint coming out immediately, and definitely Arma struggling quite a lot. Henrik with 6-4 misses as well, so but that means actually Titobas with 6 misses, so not a 1 miss, ends up being at 7 misses off of 2 maps. I mean,
still really good.
Insane. Yeah, absolutely insane, definitely.
I thought he was gonna hit us with the 1 miss on every map after hitting us with multiple weekends of no missing.
Yeah, it's
What if do we have a stat on that? Who got the most FCs this tournament?
I would assume it's going to be either Titobas or Hyper W7. I don't think anyone else is close, but there's not an official stat for that one, I do believe.
Would be an interesting one, because yeah, I guess there is Hyper W, like you said, but not him. Then surely it's Titobas.
Yeah, I think it's either of those two. I would assume. So we're waiting the next pick coming out from Team Blue. They are deciding currently what to go for. I think they might go for the hidden mod, in fact. Curious to see. But it's going to be an early breakpoint for All Stars Blue. And that's definitely not the start you would like if this were an official tournament match. You always want to start off by winning your own pick. Probably your first pick's most of the time your strongest pick, so I mean,
I got the inside scoop on that Arma performance. Supposedly his audio was bugged, which makes a lot of sense for him to really be struggling to get into groovy links.
That does make quite a lot of sense, in fact. So, all right, that's going to be. It's going to explain these things, right? We are still waiting. We're gonna go for Nomad Tracer. We're gonna see a Nomad Comrade getting picked, and I believe Mark Mello is gonna make his first appearance for this one, together with most likely Titobas, right? And then probably Kame or something. I'm not too certain. Yeah, there at the bottom side, Titobas and Kame, and then third probably being Mark Mello. And then for red side, I'm not too certain where they want to take this. They might sub in Unlucky W or Daxaros. And then Netamaru, perhaps Arma or Kame. And I've pretty much summed up their entire team for this one. Clearly indicate I have no clue who they're going to be drafting for this one.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be pretty interesting. So not only do we have a very different genre of song from the first two, but also we're going from specifics to inverts. And obviously now we're on Nomad, so don't have to worry about hidden and hard rock. So it's going to be interesting, and we might see Team Red, take a good comeback here, but we'll have to see. Titobas is a scary individual to take on, so you never know with him.
Definitely. That is quite the assessment. Firstly, I would see Arma getting moved back in. I believe Arma probably the reset is supposed to fix the audio issues and all that. So. Slight issues, but that should be resolved as well soon, I do believe.
Yes, it does seem like Team Blue likely want Marmello coming in for this one. If I remember correctly, I believe he is a bit of a convert player, so that makes sense.
Definitely. Okay. The Tomorrow Motion and Armor staying in for Team Red. So, yeah, those are the main three, I do believe. Quickly gonna grab the roster. There's still Daxros, LKW, and then there are 6 players, Arisiel. So Arisiel also not subbing for this one, apparently.
Yeah, we'll have to see when some of those other players get subbed in, but like you mentioned so far, going to be sticking with these 3. And, you know, Totobus and Kame, pretty much same deal over on Team Blue, so they may be on different teams, but we still got the classic Karma combo.
Yeah, we'll be seeing that a lot, I do believe. Italy will be one of those countries that unfortunately got the short stick of the draw, how do you say it? We're definitely in contention for top 3 this year. Sadly, not able to do so, but their 2 main players do get the chance to fight off against each other on this Grand Finals map pool, so it's creates somewhat of a special dynamic, I would say. But we'll definitely be seeing them next year once again, and I do believe they'll be stronger even. And there we go, Mark being the 6th to join the lobby. Took a little bit, but there we go.
You know, it's a hard name to spell, but our ref got there in the end, so thank you to our ref.
This map is about 2 minutes 53 in length, 9.7 AR, 7.55 stars in the standard difficulty, so that should be converted. Curious to see how this team is going to be performing. You also have to keep in mind for motion at the Mar, this is after midnight already, I do believe, so that might be somewhat of a disadvantage. We see an all-European team actually coming out from All Stars Blue, a German, a French, and an Italian. The start of a brilliant joke or a brilliant performance. We'll have to see how they perform on this one.
Yeah, like you mentioned with the time zones, might be a good move there as for Europe, I believe it's the most ideal time zone for them, or match time, I should say. And like you mentioned, motion pretty late at night for some of the North Americans, a bit early in the morning.
Yeah, definitely. We see early trades coming out from Mark and Armor, but motion missing once again. Not being traded. So was, I mean, once again holding on to the list, but there's still our traders in the lobby. Should once again get quite a performance. Triple miss coming out from Team Red actually. Kame and Titova still holding on to the double list. Mark Mello is somewhat struggling, but his teammates definitely have his back.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, Marmello, well, I'm not sure after that last miss there, but he was above Arma, so he's kind of middle of the pack, while his teammates are still holding those FCs.
Yeah, definitely. I believe this map is about 1,300 combo. Oh, still plenty of room. Arma and Kame, ironically so, are going to be trading misses. There's 2 players above 2 for, but once again, a triple is coming out from All Stars Red. Only Mark Mello holds on to combo. And then the double is coming out from Team Blue, so it's Mark Mello versus the world right now, quite literally speaking even. Spirit Combo and Scouting is going to keep his team alive for this one. To keep that score gap, but missing there is going to favor Team Red just a little bit, but that should still be quite a lead for Team Blue. I think 1-2 misses separating these 2 teams.
Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate miss there from Marv Mello. It was a great comeback from the earlier part of the map there, but everyone getting back up to combo now. Small score difference for Blue, and that is going to be locked in as soon as Marv Mello hits 200 combo, although Kame and Motion now going to be trading.
Yeah, and that should keep things tight, right? 2 turrets into this map. Once again, a trade coming out from quite a lot of trades actually coming in. Arma and Mark Mello are only on above 200, but those are canceling each other out. But Mark Mello dropping is going to favor Team Red. Actually, no more combos left on Team Blue, and Motion approaching 200 as well. So the score is about 30,000 points, but that should diminish, I do believe. Only a quarter left.
Yeah, it's going to get real close.
Yeah, we're waiting for Kame and Marmel to get above 200, but Netamar is going to slightly stop that increase. We're going to tie things up around 20 to 30,000 in difference once again. So, I mean, one miss coming out from either player on either side, and that's 4 misses, but Kame is still above 2 in common. It's going to favor Team Blue.
Yeah, just really unfortunate miss timing for Team Red here. They keep getting the misses they need, but you know, Team Blue just has someone there with the combo to take over. Right now it's Titoba versus Arma. Everyone else struggling a little bit on this ending section as we're approaching the last couple seconds here.
As you said, quite the unfortunate miss time is those 2 triple misses from Team Red definitely did hurt to score quite a lot, and that's going to be a relatively clear victory for Team Blue, about 50,000 in difference, and that's once again Titoba's going to be taking home the lowest miss count, and I do believe the MVP as well, which is just it's just this is Titoba's show today. Snow has been the MVP for all team picks already. Beautiful performance coming in from him. Marfmello also with the 11 miss, 9 misses on Kama. I mean, all of these players are relatively tight together. Titoba's being the sole difference maker, I would say. And that's going to give a 3-0 scoreline for All Stars Blue. And now Team Red's DD Dice can pick the next one.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where the picks are going to go. So we saw a mixed mod band out and then both played. A hidden band out and a no mod played. There's still quite a bit open. We're still fairly early into this. Scoreline just 0-3. Hard Rock Double Time not touched at all yet by pick or ban.
Indeed. And now we're awaiting that next pick coming out from Team Red. They have to think this one through. We haven't seen any speeds coming out just yet. Hard Rock Double Time still left open. Hidden as well. But I'm not too certain which team is favored on Hidden. That is the thing. Most of these players are quite known for the hard pick and the double time, but Hidden's not really the main mob bracket for most of these players, I would say. There are still really competent Hidden players on either side, right? Kame, noteworthy, being one to improve quite a lot on Hidden, but we're going to be seeing double time 1, and believe me, Snow, this is air 9.3 double time, which translates like air 10.6, and it is absolutely insanely fast.
Oh yeah, this one will be interesting, and luckily for Team Red, they didn't pick Double Time 2, because we all know what Double Time 2 means. Canada excels, and Team Blue has 2 Canadian players, so, you know, that's just a dangerous pick, but they're going to Double Time 1, trust in eternity, and hopefully that one will go well for them. We can see Arma coming in, Kame coming in, no surprise there. We do see a Canadian player coming in for Team Blue, Katsuragi, Tatobis, going to round out that roster.
I think Katsurai might be a meme coming out from All Stars Blue. I'm not too certain. I would assume Henrik is going to be joining them as well. Quite the proficient air 9 point, high AR double time player. Curious to see who would be the original. Obviously, original. That's really solid double time roster coming out from Team Red. And then we're waiting 2 or 1 more player from Blue. I just assume might just be this roster. Even might be completely wrong.
Yeah, we do see Katsuragi heading out. Henrik likely coming in. Yep, there we are. Just like you thought.
So yeah, Titobas and Henrik and Kame. I mean, there's so much speed in this lobby. It's absolutely insane. The map is 4 minutes 20 in length, but all for double times that should translate to about 2 minutes 40, I believe, something like that. Might be a little less. Air 9.3 double time. Definitely not in the comfort zone for everyone. And then CS4. Star rating is 5.3, but off the double time that translates, I believe, to 7.7 or something. High star rating as well.
Yeah, speaking of really high AR and difficult double time maps, it's a bit unfortunate that they're still in the tournament, but it would be really fun to see Decreeper playing this. Maybe we will see it in the matches tomorrow, though.
Indeed. And we are going to be starting this double time 1 pick. Netamara, Rissel, and Arma taking on Kame, Titobas, and Henrik. 3 Europeans, 2 Americans, 1 Asian. Arma ends up leaving the lobby. Probably had some audio issues, so we'll probably see the board coming out from the referee quite soon.
Yep, there we are. Got the abort coming out from the referee. We're going to be doing a restart on that one.
Yeah, Arma probably has some issues with his audio or something. And it's quite, I mean, for higher double time, it's quite, how would you say it, quite necessary. Definitely for a rhythm game even, so
Yes.
audio not working out, that's going to be quite bottleneck in your performance, so...
Yeah, an AR 9.3 double time, you don't have time to really view it. I mean, these top players, they probably can read it to some degree, but without that audio cue, they're just going to really struggle to stay in the beat of the song. So definitely a necessity. Go figure, for a music rhythm game, you need audio.
Yeah, indeed. That's why we are we have these awards in place for players that just struggle with their setup. They can reset once. I do believe that privilege is now gone. Reset multiple times, but then you're obviously just wasting time somewhat. But hopefully Arma can get those issues resolved and we can start playing again, or we might just see Arma getting being kicked out from the, well, not kicked out, rather being benched from the team and someone else coming in. We haven't seen a Lucky W, for example. We haven't seen Daxteros either. So probably gonna ask for a timeout. I'm not too certain if that's allowed. Might be. Even though it's a wrong pick. I don't know. This is quite a situation we haven't seen before. Are you allowed to call your own timeout after an abort? That is quite a good question. Might not be allowed even. We'll have to see. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it would be allowed in a... yeah. There we go. Totobus thinking what I was thinking. I'm not sure if it would be allowed in a official match, but with it being a show match, may allow it. A little more of a relaxed setting.
Yeah, indeed, definitely. Something to think about for an official match as well, but we'll get that sorted out. And a Lucky W might be replacing Arma, in fact.
True, yeah. Kame has his eyes on the prize, can never forget about the bragging rights.
I mean, you won the Grand Finals show match, right? That means you're pretty much the best player in the world, right? Or close to, even. So definitely quite a lot of bragging rights in the line. Yeah, now we already had the pleasure to listen to the song quite a few times now, but luckily, or whatever way you want to see it, it gets speed up, obviously, because double time is applied.
Yeah, definitely makes for a bit of a different listening experience with the, I believe, 1.5 times speed up.
Yeah, there are certain songs that just sound better on 1.5 speed. I agree on that. I remember vividly. Some new song dropped, and I was watching lectures online on YouTube, or like just tips for a lecture, and I sped it up to 1.5. And the new song came out, and I listened to it for 1.5, and I listened to it a couple. I was like, yeah, this one's nice, and I added it to my Spotify. And the next time I went out, I listened to my Spotify, and now it was at 1 speed, and I was like, dude, what's this song? This does not sound well. And I was so accustomed to 1.5, so.
Yeah, I've had a similar thing happen where there's songs that like I've just discovered through this game and always played it with hit sounds, and then I add it to my Spotify and play it later, and I'm like, man, it sounds really weird without hit sounds.
That's incredible. Yeah, I mean, it adds to the experience, right? That's just a little bit to the experience.
Trying to get Arma in here. It's a bit elusive. There we are. Looks like we have him back.
There we go. All right. Getting everything set up for the fourth match of the match, being Double Time 1, Trust in Eternity. What a beautiful song name, in fact. quite a deep meaning, I do believe. And we see Netamar, Arisil, and Arma 79 taking on Kame 79, Titobas, and Henrik.
Yeah, we're going to load back into it and hopefully get to see this song for real this time. Everyone's syncing up and we're going to get started.
Yeah, custom map by our map pooler, Every Fluoride. I think everyone has the issues resolved, and there we go. Alright, for the combo and going. And as you can clearly see, this is so sped up, it's absolutely insane. Arma being the first to drop, gonna favorite Team Blue, flip it more. No combos left on the red side even. No FCs left rather. Watching a triple FC coming out from All Stars Blue.
Yeah, Team Blue now have 3 players above 200 combo, so making full use of these misses that keep coming out from Team Red. We get quite a bit of a score gap already growing, almost at 100,000. And yeah, there we are.
Yeah, this pick is somewhat backfire in the beginning stage of this map, right? Only a quarter into it, but we see multiple misses coming out from Metamar and Arma as well, and there's a double trade coming out from Kami and Henry, but 152, but it's absolutely insane. Facing off a Ristiel right now, only 2 above 200 combo. Ristiel ends up dropping, and ladies and gentlemen, we're once again in the Titoba show. There we go. That's already 120,000 scoring difference. Metamar especially definitely struggling on this higher DT pick. Multiple misses back to back to back. Arma as well, traded once by Henrik, but all players from Team Blue are above Team Red in score. And Tito ends up dropping FC in the slow section, which is always unfortunate, but in score difference, I mean, it's already 80,000 above Metamar, for example, so beautiful points coming from Titobas once again.
So yeah, Team Blue still holding a pretty healthy lead here as everyone kind of gets back into the group. Kame going to be trading with Netamaru. Henrik missing will decrease that score lead a bit, but it's grown quite large now. It was approximately 150,000, but that triple miss is going to really hurt. Only Arma trading. Now we get just misses. Everyone's down. No combo left.
Complete reset, but it's already 110,000 points difference in favor of Team Blue. And Arma had quite a beautiful combo in Original as well, but I mean, Titobas and Henrik and Cam are still beating all 3 players from Team Red, so it's just a complete team difference right now. Approaching the last quarter, and Tamar finding a couple more breaks.
Yeah, once again, we get some more stability as almost everyone above 200 combo. Surely we're going to be seeing some misses here as we get into another course section. Namaro, first one to fall.
Titoba's missing in that hyper chain, but Henrik and Cam also dropping. Arma not dropping. That's going to be a difference maker for Team Red, but they need more, right? Rissel and Namar ends up missing as well. Score bar is decreasing, but it's not decreasing rapidly enough, and we're approaching the last 8 of the map. Arma 500 combo count, and beautiful performance coming out from Arma actually. Approaching Titoba's score even, might even beat him actually.
Yeah, another miss there from Titobas, and I think, yeah, oh no, Arma missed now, but for at least a brief section, he overtook Titobas in score.
Yeah,
Fortunately, not really enough.
With 400 combo as well. I think Henrik might have MVP'd this one. I'm not too certain who's the best player in this slot. And it is, in fact, Henrik on the bottom right, stealing away that MVP from Arma. And Tito was fighting on the middle grounds. But definitely not to pick the right pick coming out from Team Red. That's a second bay point 4-0 scoreline for Team Blue. And, well, yeah, I mean, all Team Blue players are about around 930,000. But then Netamaru and Aristiel somewhat, yeah, I wouldn't say bottlenecking, but definitely not putting in as much score as the other teammates, or the other players in the lobby. And that's going to give All Stars Blue to, yeah, 4 points. And, I mean, two great points already. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate for Arma there. Lost MVP by 211. So very close. A lot of pretty good scores in that map.
Henrik stole the way there right at the end. Was a really good score as well. I mean, Titobas has been just performing absolutely brilliantly right now. We see No Mod 4 getting picked by Team Blue, and I believe that Katsuragi and Packard are going to be stepping in as well for this one. And Titobas probably going to be joining them. On the red side, I'm not too certain who's going to be playing this one even.
Yeah, right now they got Netamaru Motion and Arma still in. I guess Motion coming back in, I should say.
Yeah, I was about to comment on the fact that this song is really good, actually. Map's 2 minutes 26 in length. average in length. The fourth convert, and this one is a technical, I do believe. This is a really technical convert. So I'm curious to see how players are going to be performing. So Pekrat stepping in. Henrik might finish the roster on the blue side.
Got an interesting star rating. Just 0.1 off of our great custom map earlier.
When you almost see it. Which you don't, sadly.
So close to greatness, yet so far away.
We see Unlucky W making his first appearance. He's going to be facing off his teammate, or rather fellow countryman Henrik in Canada. On the other side, Tobas and Pekrat also joining Team Blue, and then Motion at the Morrow finishing off, or rounding off rather, Team Red's roster. With Unlucky W making his first appearance, Unlucky W being one of those players that I think surprised quite a few people with his absolutely brilliant performance versus Italy, for example, in which he was definitely the difference maker in the way that he managed to somewhat carry Canada over the finish line, making that incredible comeback happen. That was definitely mostly Unlucky W, so really good to have him here as well on the stage for the first map, or his first map rather, the fifth map of the match. Pekrat on the Chilean side also making his first appearance. Curious to see how both players are going to be performing on this Nomad 4 pick.
So far, some early misses from Henrik and Unlucky W, and Pekrat now. Just Motion into Tobas holding combo.
Motion some dropping as well, so once again Tito's the only one left with FC. That's going to give a small advantage in favor of Team Blue, but Pekrat and Henrik did find quite a lot of misses, so Vanetta Maru, double miss coming from Team Red, traded one side Pekrat, but that's going to favor Team Blue. The triple miss actually coming out from them, so I mean, everyone completely reset except for Mr. Tito was up there. 500 combo and counting.
Yeah, Titobas finally gets caught out a little bit on that kind of snap into, I wouldn't quite call it a wiggle, but didn't quite get the positioning right, and unfortunately it does drop that FC, but almost halfway through the map, so incredible performance out of him so far, and you can see it in that score difference.
Yeah, definitely. Unlucky W is struggling somewhat, having currently a B rank, so definitely not his favorite map of the pool, I would say. And ends up finding quite a lot of more misses. That Mar dropping ones as well, and no trades coming out from Team Blue. Look at that score by 200,000 points in difference already.
Yeah, Team Red really struggling to hold some combo here. We have some misses out of Pekrat and Henrik, but it was a triple miss out of Team Red, so again, favoring Team Blue off of back of Titobas.
Yeah, Tito's definitely being the absolute difference maker right now. Outscoring everyone in the lobby by 130,000 points. Look at that score difference. Titobas and Motion, those are the top two players right now in the lobby. Motion is trailing back by 120,000 points. Absolutely insane. Titobas currently at the 2 as I do believe in. Yeah, that's going to just give it a huge advantage to Team Blue, and I think that's about, yeah, it's close to 300,000 points. Once again, beautiful pick coming out from them. And Team Red just not able to find their footing into this match. Going to be thrown behind 5-0. Losing 2 map picks of their own as well. Definitely not the start they would have wanted. The start they would have hoped for.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate so far for Team Red. Hopefully they have some more picks up their sleeve. They will have at least one more chance to pick.
Definitely, and we see Titobas what's going to be the MVP for this one. 920,000 score, and I mean, everyone else in the lobby definitely struggling way more than Mr. Titobas up top. Tamaru finding 25 misses, Unlucky W 94 misses. That's going to sadly, I mean, luckily for Team Blue, going to give them the 5th point on the board, only missing 2 more to round off that victory already. So we're getting quite close to a blue clean sweep, right? Winning this breakpoint and winning their own point, and we're looking at 7-0. So Team Red definitely has to step up the game, take over a good pick, something they feel comfortable on. Might be, it should be a low yard hidden, right? I think hidden 3 is a low yard hidden map. Always still open. Hard looks still left open, but they definitely have to figure something out right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're going to see Hard Archer hidden, been completely ignored outside of that one hidden ban. And I feel like Team Red needs to switch something up here. We've been seeing the no mod, we've been seeing the mixed mod, we saw a double time, and just none of it's working.
Tito's apparently with the 3 miss. That is, yeah, that's just quite performance.
Yeah. I think Notion had a 12 miss as the second highest in the lobby.
Yeah, there are just no words to describe it at this point. And the thing is as well, you somewhat get used to it, right? You get used to the fact that these players just playing so incredibly well that at some point, if they were to just underperform just a little bit, you'd be surprised to see them like 10 miss this map, and you're like, dude, wait, what? You got a 10 miss on this one? Well, it's like, take a random top 200 player and they'll probably 100 misses, so it's absolutely insane.
Yeah, no, definitely cannot understate the difficulty of the map pool at this stage. It is grand finals after all on the World Cup stage, so definitely nothing to sneeze at by anyone playing here. They're all high caliber players, really performing well.
Definitely. But we're waiting that third pick coming out from All Stars Red. They're gonna be double time 4, so they're gonna go for double time once again. But this, I believe, is a lower AR. Well, lower is obviously relative. I think it's AR 8.6, but we'll have to see. It's AR 8.8 double time, so I mean, lower is definitely relative. Subjectively, rather, this is still quite high. I think this is out of my comfort zone to just read. But we'll be seeing this one. It's a really good song as well. It's a comrade difficulty, so gonna try to switch things up. We haven't seen comrade double time just yet. And then Motion, Arisil, and Armor. I mean, that's a really, really strong double time roster. But then All Stars Blue had a really solid showing on double time 1 as well. So curious to see which team is going to be taking home this one.
I think I saw in chat Pekarat going to be hopping in for Team Blue. Will we see Katsuragi? Will we see the double Canadian double time? It's not DT2, but it is double time.
When Canada picks DT2, or when Canada picks DT4, right?
Yeah, that just means we need 4 Canadians in this match right now. Twice the Canadian.
Yeah, 4 minutes 33 in length, so that's going to translate to 3 minutes, I believe, of the double times added. So quite a lengthy pick, and it's a convert, so quite a few random patterns going to be in there. So not easy to read whatsoever. Titoba's going to step out, actually, going to be the first map that Titoba's not going to be playing. Also something to note, so curious to see how this one is going to go.
Getting a lot of confidence out of Katsuragi for his first map of the match. Saying that Team Red might be getting their first point here, but we'll have to see. Will Canada have another incident, or will we see Canada double time?
I do believe Katsuragi had a brilliant performance on the first map of the match versus Motion on the Hidden. But his second map of the match, indeed. Yeah, it's been quite a long time already. 6 maps already into this one. This ended up starting quite well. But it's being the first to drop. My apologies for the curves there. It's Katsuragi. Double is coming from Team Blue. No trace. Motion and Pekarat choosing Hidden with their double time, which is just allowed for reading purposes. Does not give any score advantage for those that are not familiar with Scratch V2. Pekarat especially finding quite a few misses there. And I mean, no trace coming out from Team Red, so this is definitely looking like a great start to this pick.
Yeah, we got the triple SS from Team Red so far, so really great start. Arisil will be the first to fall, traded by Pekarat though, so they're going to lock in that score difference, which is already over 100,000.
Yeah, Katsuragi and Armor going to trade misses. Henrik also dropping in Motion still onto the FC, I do believe, so beautiful performance coming out from Motion on this double time 4 pick. And we also have to keep in mind we have the 2 Chileans facing off against each other on the bottom, right? Arisil versus Pekarat, and Arisil slightly outperforming his fellow countrymen, but Arma definitely being a difference maker in this one compared to the Katsuragi, for example.
Yeah, halfway through the map now, things looking good for Team Red. If they can just keep this up, they will be getting their first point, but still got half a map to go, and that is a minute and a half of some double time fun, so we'll have to see what will happen. Triple miss out of Team Blue, that's definitely what Team Red wants, and increase that lead a lot more.
Yeah, those 2 guys are riding on Motion's back right now, holding on to the FC, but as soon as I say that, they'll end up dropping, but that's a beautiful performance from Motion, and outscoring, I mean, the entire blue team by about 80,000 points on his own, so beautifully, well, as in individually compared to each player, right? Not in the entire team score. Sorry for that vague wording. Arma and Motion going to find a double miss. No trades coming out from Team Blue, but that score is about 220,000 points they need. Way a few more misses, but Motion going to be fired 1. Topa is coming out from actually 5-way complete reset. My apologies, and that is just going to favor Team Red. Because Team Blue's running out of time, and this map, these patterns are really brutal, but Motion is feeling really, really confident. In fact, looking at his movements, able to catch most of these patterns actually. And Team Blue just not able to follow along for this one.
Yeah, definitely very impressive performance out of Motion, just watching him hit these really fast patterns. And it's doing huge things for his team, as we can see a massive score difference coming into the last little section of the map here, and almost certainly this is going to be a first point for Team Red.
Yeah, definitely, unless we see... Well, I mean, there's no time left, I do believe. Team Red's going to wrap up their first point. Going to be beating Team Blue on double time 4 by about over 200,000 points. Katsuragi, double time was not to play for Team Blue, but they do have a 5-point buffer, being 4 points off this pick, so it doesn't really matter all too much, I do believe.
Yeah, and just looking at that score from Motion, even if you swapped Katsuragi out, unless it was someone that can take on Motion, I don't think it would have mattered.
Indeed. That's definitely the case. Henry being the second bomb scorer as well, not breaking 800,000. So, I mean, both Canadians definitely struggling way more than everyone else in the lobby. So, when Canada picks double time 4, it does not go well, sadly. So, no, I don't think that's how the meme works. It has to be double time 2.
Yeah. Especially when you have 2 Canadians on the team, you can't mess around with 3 or 4. It's just too much.
Yeah, it just doesn't work, sadly. But Team Red getting the first point on the board, which is quite massive, I would say. Denying All Stars Blue their first potential, well, I mean, the potential to match point. That's how you would phrase it. And now it's Team Blue's pick. And we haven't seen any hidden, we haven't seen any hard rock, so we would assume we're going to be approaching those 2 brackets, right? Right, trying to jinx just a little bit. Perhaps hidden 3, for example, or we are hidden, or hidden 2 as well. Okay, we're gonna go for hard rock 1, so we're gonna go for the Leto mapping, and the Leto and Dust made, I believe it's collab with Dust. I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe it is the case. And this one is just your typical the Leto and Dust map, as there are quite plenty being ranked, or are quite plenty ranked at the moment. And it's just 4 minutes 44 of dead streams, I would say. And as you can hear the music, it's just, I think you can imagine the patterns.
Yeah, and I was going to say, listening to music, classic Deleto song choice here.
Yeah, this is your this is just typical Deleto, I would say. Then, well, Tito's and Kame, that is a really scary hard rock roster. On the other side, Netamar, Arma, and Orizial, once again, also just mean absolutely insane. But I'm curious to see how these teams are going to perform on hard rock, right? This is a new mob bracket. We haven't seen it just yet, this map. And, well, yeah, but the fact that Tito was once again in the lobby, it's just quite a, I would say, quite a mental boost for Team Blue. Because they have been riding Tito's back for the past few maps as well. Tito's being the MVP for his team, except for double time 1. So, well, yeah, curious to see how this one's going to go.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty interesting with Hard Rock. CS 4.4 before Hard Rock applied, and 300 BPM. This is going to be quite a brutal map.
Definitely. I remember a pick from the 2020 Grand Finals where we also had the little map as a Hard Rock 1 in that Grand Finals map pool, China versus South Korea. Motion, I believe, 2 missed that Hard Rock 1 from the little twice, right? Because they had a bracket reset as well. So this is definitely within Motion's repertoire, you could say. Definitely something he feels really comfortable. We're going to see the early moves coming up from Kame. 4 minutes 44, plenty of room for either team to find multiple misses.
Now we can see small score advantage to Team Red so far, just shy of 10,000. That miss from Armel going to increase that now a little bit.
Yeah, one full combo left on the blue side. Tito was on the other side. Actually, Tito ends up dropping, Motion ends up trading, but Marvel ends up dropping as well. And then Armor versus Tamara versus no one, right? There's no combos left on the blue side. Kami finding another miss as well, so it's really quite good advantage actually. 80,000 points and counting.
Yeah, we might be seeing the reverse sweep perhaps. Another good start for Team Red. I don't want to jinx it, but it's looking good so far.
They have to knock that on wood, I do believe, because that might be quite a jinx. We're approaching the first quarter of Motion, not even on S-rank right now, just find quite a few misses there. And that's the thing with these high-paced, high PPM maps, right? Finding one miss in, you're prone to finding quite a lot, definitely on those streams. And Arm is still on to the FC, and as a Marcel on the double as even. Beautiful forms. Kami finding another miss, and that's gonna further increase that gap. And I mean, it's 100,000 score in difference, but let's keep in mind these maps are really long, right? So a miss is less costs you less score. So this is like a 6 or 7 miss lead, I do believe, for Team Red. Kama finding another one. Titomas and Mark did recover quite nicely. Team Red is currently at the 1 miss right with motion.
Yeah, it's really hard to kind of try to compete against that. There's just not much they can do after the misses they've already had. They just have to pray for Team Red to find those misses. And they still have quite a bit of map left to go. We're not even quite at the halfway mark. Pretty long map, 4 minutes, 44 seconds. Arma will finally miss right at that spinner.
And motion as well, getting caught out there. That's a really rough pattern. I would say memory, and he did go to the wrong side there, so misses on the red side, but they need more. That's Marcel into the double as even. Mello also holding on to a really nice combo together with Titomas. Titomas ends up dropping, didn't dash there, I do believe. And Mark Mello, fortunately 1,000 combos together with Netamaru. But there's 3 combos both for Team Red, 2 for Team Blue, and it's going to favor Team Red.
Yeah, Marmello finally dropping after cresting 1,000 combo. Very impressive. But unfortunately, their team's going to need some more because we have Netamaru still holding that SS above 1,500 combo now.
And this is grand finals hard. Netamaru is just holding on to the double. It's absolutely insane. Going to the last third. Kame countering that combo, but then on the bottom side, finding another miss. And that's already a 150,000 score by Team Red. And honestly, by all means, Team Blue's performance is not bad, but that assist from Netamaru is just doing so much for his team.
Yeah, we can see pretty huge difference there. Already in the 800,000s. Everyone else struggling to get there. Just barely cresting it now with Arma.
Yeah, still holding on to the double S. Arma as well above 800,000 score. This is a really solid performance coming out from Team Red. Let's keep in mind this is Team Blue's pick, right? They are able to cancel one of those break points. Arma finding him right after the break, but that should not matter as long as motion Netamaru just keep holding on to their combos. And they seem oh so confident right now. Netamaru approaching 2,000 combo and counting. Absolutely monstrous performance coming out from him.
Yeah, Kame now up above 1,000 combo. So second player on his team to reach there, but they need misses from Team Red. There's not much they can do. It's all up to Team Red and whether they can hold or if they're gonna stumble right at the finish line here.
And Kame missing right after the break as well. I think Team Red, as this one's already wrapped up, right? The ending part is not really dense. They have 2 players above 1,000, Netamaru even above 2,000. All eyes on Mr. on the top left right there. If he can take home the double S on this Hardrock 1 pick. 4 minutes 44 with Hardrock added. 7.6 stars with Hardrock added. I mean, that's over 8 stars, I do believe, in difficulty. And that is absolutely insane coming out from Indonesian Plague, finishing 4th this year. Best result ever, I do believe, at least for Netamaru himself. And he does end up bringing down that double S 3.3 million team score. That is completely insane. We see 27 misses coming out from Marmel, also getting above 1 million. But then only, well, I mean, Thomas also with the 6 miss, Cam with 12. That's a really solid performance from Team Blue, but Team Red, that is a statement right there. A double S coming out from Netamaru, and that is a score I don't think that anyone will beat this weekend. That is absolutely insane. And if this was ranked, as Kame is saying in the chat, that's probably 1,000 PP score as well. All right, that is completely insane. Beautiful performance coming from Netamaru.
Yeah, definitely huge there. And with that being a break point, now Team Red going to be able to go for a pick of their own. I have to imagine after that performance, they're going to go a Hardrock, and they are Hardrock 3.
Yeah, I mean, Hardrock is definitely something they should feel really, really comfortable on right now. They're going to go for Saikai Rock, or Sokai Rock, rather. And, well, yeah, that just makes sense, right? So I think you saw how you performed on Hardrock. You just have to keep going for Hardrock, right? So, yeah, that is a beautiful performance coming from Neta. But with his teammates as well, I mean, Motion Arma finding a couple of misses, but those were really clustered as well. So I believe that's 1 miss or 2 miss runs coming up from them. And Team Red definitely took over the momentum in this match, being winning 2 maps in the spin. And we are going to be going to perhaps a third point. We'll have to see coming out for Hardrock 3, Comrade Hardrock, and this map is 350 in length, so once again a lengthy Hardrock map. which is definitely right within Netamara's ballpark, right?
Yeah, no surprise seeing Netamaru stay in for this. Still armor in motion as well.
Yeah, indeed. Henrik making his appearance again over Marshmallow. And then no other substitutes coming in, actually. Might see Packard actually coming in for Team Blue rather, if they. Packard definitely a really solid hardcore combat player himself, so. Also somewhat surprised to not see Daxros playing something like this. This is definitely something he enjoys playing as well. Perhaps might just not be feeling it today.
Yeah, and it's hard to argue with the performance of the 3 players they have in now after that last map too, so I might just be like, well, I'll just let you guys handle this one. You certainly have things under wraps. So.
Definitely also quite the how would you say it? Quite the statement. They made quite a statement. And Packard is going to be joining in for T-Tobas. So it's going to be Kame, Packard, and Henrik facing off Motion, Arma, and Netamaro. And yeah, that's once again quite scary hard to grind up for Team Red.
There we are. We're going to see the seagull everyone's been talking about in chat. Oh, maybe not. There we are. Seagull's back. Gotta say, that is a stylish seagull.
Definitely. This map should be quite well known by most players. I do believe it's quite an old map yet. So definitely the older players in the lobby will have played this one. And we're going to be finding a miss on one of those first sliders. Dropping the FC Packard as well. Trade coming in by Motion. Someone's struggling in the beginning section of this map, actually. But Tamar finding another miss. Well, I mean, finding his first miss on the hardware bracket, right? But that's just not going to help Team Red. Kame and Arma are the only one holding on to FC. So 2 Italians facing off against each other. Kame being the first to drop, and that's going to favor Team Red. Arma once again holding on to the ESS. 200 combo and counting.
Yeah, so we're not going to see a double SS from Netamaru this time around, but still doing fairly well. Things a lot closer now this time. Pekarak finding a miss will get a little bit more of a score lead to Team Red, but still nothing huge. Arma definitely pulling his weight. Still has the SS. We could see the Arma SS this time.
Yeah, that would absolutely be insane. Seeing one FC on this Grand Finals map pool is already absolutely insane, but seeing a second one, that would be definitely insane. I did curse it there. My apologies. We still see 2 combos above 200 coming out from Team Red, 1 on Team Blue, so it's going to favor Team Red, Packard, and Henrik trading misses on the bottom side. And Netamara and Moshe definitely, together with Kame, somewhat stabilizing off those early break misses. And then Packard and Henrik finding 2 more misses. That's already a 1,000 score advantage for Team Red. And, well, this hardware bracket is definitely something they thrive in, you could say.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took them this long to pick it. Maybe they just weren't sure how much better they would be on it. But so far, performance has been quite dominant. Netamaro in motion now, holding some big combo. Arma did find a miss. But with Pekarat and Henrik's miss earlier, it's not going to hurt too much.
Yeah, definitely. Kame doing empty he can on the blue side, but his teammate just trailing behind too badly, sadly. Finding another miss on those white jumps, those typical covered hardware jumps that you just despise oh so much if you're a tournament player. Pekra being above 200 combo, but yeah, I mean, that difference is already 120,000 points in combo advance. Motion ends up finding a miss though, trading once with Henrik, but yeah, it's just gonna keep favoring Team Red. They're running out of time, Team Blue. 2 more misses coming up, but 2 combos left, 200 for Team Red. Netamaro, 700 combo and counting, so once again, beautiful points coming from Netamaro. Kame on the other hand, also matching that beautifully.
Yeah, Team Blue definitely doing a lot better here, but it's just not quite enough with Motion, Arma, and Netamaro just kind of trading back and forth. Who is carrying the team? Right now, Netamaro back into that match MVP slot. Or actually, sorry, no, it's Kame, actually. I didn't realize that.
Kame ends up missing in the slow section, though, so that should probably favor Netamaro for the MVP role, I do believe. But then Martin ends up finding a miss as well. Both getting it to 89 on the count. Absolutely insane for this one. Last quarter. And that score difference is 200,000 points. Pekka and Henrik sadly just not performing up to the task for this one. That's Martin Kami trading misses. Henrik the only one with combo to get rid of armor actually. Those cancel out once again, so these patterns are so brutal. Pekka getting caught out by them.
Yeah, those are some really wide hypers there. Cross screen jumps.
Yeah, man, should take home the MVP for this one. Unless we something happen in the ending sections map. I do believe that's not going to be the case. He ends up dropping though. He's actually favouring Netamar, but he ends up trading as well. Okay, I did curse a little bit there. My apologies for the 6-way of miss actually coming out from all players. So it's going to be Team Red taking home their 3rd point, and they're only trailing behind 2 points. Team Blue definitely losing momentum here, right? Winning the first 5 points, but now 2 points. One of them being 3 points rather. One of them being their own map as pick as well. So Kame doing everything he could, but his teammates sadly not up to the task. It's Team Blue to pick, right? This was Team Red's pick. Team Blue probably going to go for something completely different. Might be hidden, might be double time.
Yeah, Kame only wanted to crest that 1 million score rank, so definitely great play out of him. But like you mentioned, just unfortunately, Pekka and Henrik couldn't keep up with the rest of the red team. It's going to be blue team's pick now, though. I would imagine they're probably not going to pick Hard Rock. There's only one Hard Rock left, and it has been looking fairly strong for Team Red. So I'm curious if we're going to see a hidden. We did see a ban on hidden from Team Red. So could be a interesting strategy to go for. We have not seen any hidden maps yet. 2 to pick from. One specific, one converge.
I think we'll be seeing Hidden 3 actually coming out from Team Blue. Hidden 2 is a really technical hidden map, which could perhaps favor Team Red given how they've been playing over these past couple of maps. So Hidden 3 seems like a really good choice. Big Spot already completely exhausted. 2 double times left, but not too certain if Team Blue want to go for those. 1 Hard Rock left, but that's going to be Team Red's next pick, right? And then Team... 2 Nova specifics left as well, right? Those custom Deva and Mirror maps. But there we go. Hidden 3 coming out from Kame. Did listen to me. I did not see that in their chat that they were going to pick Hidden 3. Not at all. And
That's the real scripting behind the scenes.
Hey, I predicted everyone playing each map and all that. That was kind of I should probably play the lottery tonight. There we go. So we're going to go for Hidden 3. And definitely Katsurai is going to be jumping in to Team Blue. And this one is 4 minutes 30, so we've been going through the lengthy picks right now, right? This Hard Rock 3 being 4 minutes for Hard Rock 1 being 4 minutes 50, this one being 4 minutes 30. It's marathon time.
Yeah, gonna get a pretty fun song choice here, although with that being said, really long one, like you mentioned, 4.5 minutes long. It is at least AR9, so they don't have to worry about low AR on a Grand Finals convert map for Hidden. But yeah, it should be interesting to see who's all coming in. We got Pekka, Henrik, Katsuragi so far, Motion, and Arisial for Team Red.
Yeah, 3rd hidden player for Team Red. Most likely, I mean, Arma, or actually, Daxon's going to be coming in for his first map of the match, which is also beautiful to see. Pekka, Henrik, and Katsuragi, as you said, the 2 Canadians once again joining together. And then 2 Chileans, a Mexican, and a South Korean. Just to see how this one's going to be going. 4 minutes and 30 in length, though, so one's going to really lengthy pick. And that has been favoring Team Red, so that might favor them now as well.
Yeah, everybody just getting settled in and probably finding the ready up buttons. We should be hopping in pretty soon here. And I'm excited to see what happens on Hidden. We saw that when they started to switch things up and play Hard Rock, all of a sudden Team Red just turning this match around. Hopefully we can see some more of the same for Hidden. We can get to a natural tiebreaker, but you never know. This is blue team pick to see if they can get themselves to match point.
Yeah, they should follow the script. And the script does say tiebreaker, so we'll see how that goes. Pekka, Henrik, and Katsuragi here to help us get that tiebreaker right. Things get much better.
Yeah.
Exfast, Arisa, Motion going to be trying to get a 4th point on the board for them. Dax was making his first appearance in this match on the 9th pick already. We're already 9 maps deep.
There we are, got everybody all synced up, and we're off to the races. Early miss out of Katsuragi, and actually Henrik. Henrik with an even earlier miss.
Yeah, Henrik has this tendency to drop his FC in the first 30 combo, and then to FC the rest of the map. He did that quite a few times when I costed this match in the semifinals. I think he missed in the first 40 combo like 5 maps in a row or something. It was absolutely insane.
The reverse choke strategy.
Yeah, it does end up working. It did end up working for him in that match versus Italy, but he does end up finding another miss rated by motion. And I think that should favor Team Blue slightly. Especially with that miss from Mauricio. Only Daxos with any combo on Team Blue getting countered by Pekrod and Katsuragi.
Yeah, so for the first time in a couple maps, Team Blue now in the driver's seat. A bit of a score advantage going, and that miss from Mauricio in motion is going to further that. Only traded by Katsuragi. Now Henrik, though.
Yeah, Dax is coming for his first map of the match, and the only one with any combo right now. Beautiful performance coming from him. Pekrod ends up dropping, and that should favor Team Red, actually. No combo on the blue side. 15,000 score in difference after the first quarter. Daxros, especially MVP right now, just coming in, not missing, and going out. That's his strategy, and it's been working out for now.
Yeah, definitely a pretty nice first performance from Daxros so far. I'm going to knock on some wood real quick as he's approaching 500 combo.
We're still finding another break, and that difference was 10,000, 20,000 points. It's going to slightly increase as Pekrod and Rendrick are approaching 200 combo once again. We're already halfway. Daxros still to find a miss. I've been trying to curse him, but it just doesn't work, so that's definitely a good team for Team Red. And Hendrik being the next to drop, in fact, trading that early miss from Marisol, and that should once again tie things up relatively closely.
Yeah, he actually had a second miss shortly after there, and I think that's enough. Yeah, that's going to be enough to flip it over right as Pekrat misses as well. So
yeah,
Team Red now in the lead.
Yeah, definitely. Emotion and Daxros and the Rizil facing off with Katsuragi. Double miss coming from Marisol and Katsuragi, but there's no combo on Team Blue. Daxros ends up dropping the FC about halfway in, but Motion is there to back him up with a beautiful combo of his own. Combo advantage for Team Red and score advantage by about 40,000 points as well. This pick is backfire for Team Blue. Double miss coming out from Team Red, traded once by Henrik. But there's not a lot of combo on the blue side, so they're not able to capitalize on these misses from Team Red. Henrik missing once more. It's just not helping them.
Yeah, there's like, you would think there'd be combo advantage for Team Blue, but unfortunately Motion's been above 200. Pekrat and Katsuragi just now getting there. So they weren't really able to capitalize on those other misses from Mauricio and Daxaraz. Now finally we can see the score shrinking just a little bit, but still on Team Red's side and only a quarter of the map left to go.
Yeah, we're still dropping there, but traded by Katsuragi almost immediately. Daxos missing 2 combos versus 1, and that's favoring Team Blue. Pekrat ends up dropping. No Motion versus Henrik. Motion, the 8 combo and counting, definitely carrying his team in this latter section of this map. Henrik doing everything he can to cancel that, but he needs his teammates to step up. And there's no misses coming out from all players. The person who lost 8, double miss coming from Daxos and Katsuragi, but that should not matter. Ritual dropping and no trades coming out, and that's Team Blue going to take the advantage right there.
It's going to flip over. No, Katsuragi, he misses though.
But they need Henrik to drop. Motion dropping, that's going to seal the deal, I do believe. That's going to favor Team Blue quite a bit, actually. Henrik still with a beautiful combo. Pekrat supporting him as much as he can. Henrik gets some missing. Daxos building combo. Pekrat's above 200. Pekrat is some dropping. He's going to switch over back to Team Red. I think Team Red's going to be stealing this right at the end. Daxos above 200 combo, doing so much damage for his team. And there's no combo on Team Blue to counter Daxaros. And approaching the last few seconds of this map, and I believe Daxaros has done it. Heads up missing there, but alright. 20,000 scored into Team Red, and they get the 4th pick. 4th point on the board. And I mean, Daxaros just comes in, 6 misses this map, and leaves, and just does not sing anything else. That is a beautiful performance. Your refuses to elaborate, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Really great performance.
Osho with the forms as well. Beautiful coming out from him. And that's 4 points on the spin for Team Red. Team Blue has just completely lost all momentum. They have no grasp in this match right now whatsoever. They're not able to break Team Red. They're not able to win their own maps rather. And if Team Red wins this next pick, which is their own pick, right, then things are just tied up. Snow, we are going from a 5-0 to a 5-5. Very exciting stuff.
Very excited to hear that I did not curse everything with suggesting the reverse sweep strategy. That we're seeing it unfold before our eyes. Like you mentioned, they just need one more win on their pick, and we're all tied up.
Yeah, definitely. And Arishal did end up choking quite a few notes there. Ends up 40 missing. But once again, yeah, I mean, his teammate just had his back. Motion in the beginning of the match, rather, looked a little bit shaky, but has definitely stepped up his game there. And the form is in that hidden tree. And we see Hard2 getting picked. I mean, as to be expected, right? We're going to go for Hard2.
Yeah, going to round out that Hard Rock pool. Definitely a choice everyone could see coming. Going to see a nice JB Hyperion map, CWC version.
Definitely. Custom map by our fellow commentator, Mr. JB Hyperion. And, I mean, JB Hyperion and Hardrock does not sound as a pleasant combination. No offense to JBH, but this is CS 5.2 before Hardrock's out as well, so that's going to be really, really, really tiny.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a bit of a brutal experience, I would imagine, just from that CS alone. But also, JB Hyperion makes some really great maps, but they have a very kind of specific, I guess, say, technical style that may prove difficult with Hard Rock.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen that Tamar and Motion stepping in once again. And then the thing is, who's going to be joining Henrik, right? You'd assume Tito was in Kame. Those are definitely the strongest Hard Rock players in Team Blue. There's Kame. And then Tito is going to be the last one to round that out, I do believe. Perhaps Marshmallow also had a decent showing on Hard Rock 1, but no, it's going to be Tito. So they're going to get out the big guns for this one. Definitely do not want Team Red to get back into this match, but I could make an arm. They're already back into this one, right? So things are really, really close right now.
Got JB Hyperion in chat saying he tried his best to make this one not awful, so we'll see if it pans out. I have faith in his abilities, though, so if he says it is such, I believe in it. Want to see as we're loading in now. Might get
1 minute 56 in length, so this one is a sprint, a really short one. Definitely compares to the last 3 picks, right? So Tito's, Kame, and Henrik going to be facing off Motion Armor and Netamaru. Netamaru, that beautiful FC and Hardrock 1 being the only FC in this match, even, I do believe. So has that going for him. And Henrik, once again, going for that reverse choke strategy. I'm telling you, Snow, he just does these kind of foods, right? Misses in the end. And then just the rest of the map.
Gotta take the pressure off, you know. If you have the pressure of an FC, it builds up, but fortunately, finding some more misses along with the rest of his team, Arma and Motion, building strong. Netamaru does find a miss of his own.
Yeah, the reverse choking strategy has not been working out for him because he's been finding consistent misses, actually. And Tito's and Kame as well. I mean, Motion and Arma, as you said, still holding on to the FC. Tamaru does end up serving just a little bit, but look at that score. It's already 200,000 points. Henrik is just not able to get into any combo himself. Kame doing everything he can right now, but Motion and Arma halfway into this map already, and that's 300,000 points in difference. And yeah, you needed a complete meltdown coming from Arma and Motion, but that is not likely whatsoever, right?
Yeah, Henrik and Titobas and Netamaru to some degree as well, just really struggling, I think, on this small CS, not quite staying on the notes during some of these fast wiggles.
Kame finding a miss betrayed by Motion. Both of those high combos gone. Only Arma right now, approaching the last quarter. Might bring home the FC, right? Upright to Jinx things. And it's Mar also both doing a combo, and Henrik especially just struggling too much in this lower CS. 500,000 score difference already, and we're approaching the last 8, I do believe, in Arma. Still holding on to the FC on a JB Hyperion Hardrock map. Not an easy feat.
Yeah, super impressive performance. Titobas did finally get up to some good combo there. He had just shy of 500 before finding a miss, but Massive score difference. We can see why Hard Rock was picked. Arma going to be taking the second FC of the map on the GB Hyperion Hard Rock. So if it's FCable, certainly it can't be that bad. Very nice map and very nice performance out of Arma.
Yeah, and that is a 5-5 scoreline as well. So that is beautiful. I mean, beautiful from Team Red. Just a complete reverse comeback, tying things up at 5-5. And Arma and Atamar being the only two to find FCs in this hard rock bracket had just Team Red written all over it, completely blowing Team Blue out of the water. This is just from a different planet, I would say. Even beautiful performances coming in from Team Red. Motion also approaching 1 million score, but Arma, that is just, yeah, absolutely insane.
Yeah. Looking over at the match log, that was a 600,000 score advantage to Team Red. That is approaching the territory of almost an entire player advantage. So, really great performance out of Team Red there. Definitely a great pick on the Hard Rock. Gonna be Team Blue's pick, though.
Yeah, the thing is now we have no more Hard Rock left, which is a good thing for Team Blue. But the bad thing is, well, the questionable thing is, what do you go? You have 2 Nomad specifics. You haven't touched those. You have a hidden specific. We haven't seen hidden specific either. And then you have double times, but I think Team Red picked both double times and Team Blue won on both. That should indicate Team Blue feels somewhat more confident on double time, but then again, we're approaching that stage of the match where pick is somewhat of a coin toss. Every pick is something you're not too certain about, right? Because if you were certain about them, you would have picked them earlier. So, not an easy moment in this match for Team Blue, and they've lost to 3 or the 2 lost picks, I believe.
Yeah, so a bit of a tough spot. Not momentum in their favor, but luckily Hard Rock's gone. Mixed Mod's gone. It's just 1 hidden map, 2 Nomad, 2 double time on the table, and they are going to go double time. Bunray double time 2. Full auto
when
buster.
Canada picks double time 2, Snow. When Canada picks double time 2.
True. Yeah, they have the Canadian advantage. Got the 2-1.
Yeah, Motion, Arm, and Tamar probably going to be saying it for Team Red, but then for Team Blue, I believe Kame is going to step in. Tobas could be an option. Yeah, he is restarting, so that does indicate he's going to be joining. And then the third player, I would assume Henrik, but I'm not entirely sure about that, in fact. There he is, though. It's not reading this in their chat. They did not disclose the rosters. For the record, these are actual guesses. This map is here.
Don't listen to him.
I mean, okay. I mean, fair enough. This map is near 8.8, so it's the lowest AR in the double time pool, I do believe, and it is still incredibly high. And the map itself is a really technical double time map, custom made by our custom mapper Bunray. He made this one brilliantly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can never go wrong with a Bunray map. Just a really pinnacle of mappers, in my humble opinion. I'm wondering if we're going to see Unlucky W come in. Has Unlucky W played a map yet? I don't recall.
He played one, but he got a B rank on it and then just did not show up anymore.
Well, at least for Red's favor, we only have 1 Canadian player going to be in. Looks like Tobas going to fill that 3rd slot.
Yeah, indeed. But he has to be moved to the tournament server. Had some issues with his client, sadly. Locking at the 60 frames per second or something, I do believe. And that is just not something you like to see as a OC player.
Yeah, we prefer thousands of frames until our GPUs just blow up.
Indeed.
Pro tip,
and
use the optimal setting. Do not need unlimited. It will just give you more lag spikes, typically. 950 is plenty.
Instead of Motion and Kame, gonna round out Team Blue's roster. There we go. So Risiol, definitely one of the stronger double-time players in the world, even. So it does make sense putting him in. Netamar and Arma. Will we see an FC on this one? Would be the 3rd FC of the match. Is Henry gonna miss again in the first 50 combo? He's not gonna be continuing that tradition. That might help Team Blue just a little bit. Arma gonna be finding the first misses in around 60 combo, and this map is 14 in lane, so plenty of room for misses to be found. And there's a second one from Arma, and that's going to favor Team Blue a little bit more. Aristo dropping as well. So that's, I mean, this seems like a really good pick coming out from Team Blue. Early finds for them, Titoas and Aristo going to be training miss up top, but Kami and Henrik just cruising right now. Kami ends up missing though. Then Tamar versus Henrik TFC's on the bottom side of the Tamar still holding to the double as even.
Yeah, things going pretty good for Team Blue so far on their pick. Still pretty close to the scoreline though, and it's now dropping with that miss from Titobis and Kame.
That's a double miss, and no trades coming out from Team Red, and that should switch things. Actually, Tamara dropping out of the FC. Aristo as well. Double miss going to be from Team Red as eventually, so that's trade. And Arma versus Henrik right now. Henrik's holding on to the FC. Halfway into this double time 2 pick.
Yeah, Canadian advantage go. Oh, I just cursed it before I could even get the words out of my mouth. I was going to say Canadian advantage going strong. Henrik had the highest combo in the lobby, but does find a miss. And now score difference flicking over to Team Red, but still very close to the center.
Yeah, 2 combos above 200 is going to make a difference maker for Team Blue. Still wasn't so dropping though. So Aristo versus Kami right now. Henrik finding another miss. Approaching the last third of this match. Arma somewhat struggling. Tobas missing one more. Tamar dropping, Henrik dropping. Kami versus Aristo right now. Both of them above 200 combo and counting. Tamar missing, yeah, just complete reach for all over the place. Complete reach across the board even. Tito's being highest combo by 40. But it's going to favor Team Red, right? Team Blue's running out of time. They're about to lose their own pick. Triple miss coming from Team Red actually. Is this enough time for Team Blue to pick this back? But they keep missing themselves as well. Henrik with the highest combo right now. But he's needed to see him hold one to combo, and he ends up dropping as well. There's so many misses happening. But Team Blue's running out of time, in fact, and I think Team Red, due to those combos from Arma and Aristo, have things wrapped up. They have the momentum going for them.
Really close at the end there, but a bit of a choke at the finish line for Team Blue, and Team Red gonna steal that point away, giving us 6-5. Started 5-0, or 0-5, I should say. Now 6-5, match point and their pick. Dangerous position for Blue to be in.
Yeah, this is quite a reverse comeback coming out from Team Red. Absolutely incredible. Team Red gonna be taking home the 6 points in a row even. Yeah, quite a few misses coming out from Team Blue. Titobas has lost that ability to MVP every single map, sadly. I'm going to quickly check, but I believe, yeah, Aristo was the last MVP, then Arma with the FC, Moshe with that high combo on Hidden Tree, then Kame on Hard for 3. But Titobas just not finding any more MVPs, and if we want to find another Titobas MVP, we have to go back to the 5th map of the match, right? So that's quite a long time already, somewhat losing stamina perhaps. And it's Team Red's pick, and where do they want to go, right? There's double time 3 left, convert 8 or 9 double time. There's hidden 2 left, technical hidden. And then it's just, yeah, absolutely insane Nomad specific maps as well. We might see Nomad 2 coming out. Actually, it's going to be Nomad 1. So the custom Dave map is going to be picked by Team Red.
Yeah, interested to see how this one goes. Always something interesting that can come out of Dave maps. We get actually the second appearance of Category in this map pool. We saw a Category, I believe it was a bootleg or a remix. Now a full song right from them.
Indeed. Curious to see what teams these, what players these teams are going to be drafting. I would assume Motion is going to be joining them, and there is on the top side. And then Tobas, Henrik, and Kame. Might see Marshmallow coming in. Really solid Nomad player himself, but I'm not too certain how confident he feels on technical Nomad. This map, custom map by our mapper Dave, 7.82 stars. Absolutely insane.
There we go, got Titobis in the lobby, so interesting bit of a lineup here. And we're gonna see if Team Blue can get that last point and bring us to a natural tiebreaker. We will be showing it off either way, but it'd be extra exciting to have it be part of the match. Put all the pressure for those bragging rights onto the map.
Definitely. But you have to kind of fear for Team Blue, right? Team Red has just won 6 maps in a row, broke them 3 times. This is their pick as well. They haven't lost a map lost 40 minutes or something. So Team Blue has quite a lot of pressure on his shoulders right now, even though it's a show match. And see if Thomas, Henrik, and Kami can bring it home for their team. On the other side, Arma and Tamara in motion. Gonna be trying to get their 7th and last point on the board on Nomad 1. This one, as you can see, is really, really technical, and it is 3 minutes and 20 in length. Somewhat of a consistency and technical tester. And we have early drop coming out from Netamar, about 10 combo in.
Yeah, so smallest of advantages for Blue.
Definitely. Players to look out for, definitely Titobas. Probably one of the strongest Nomad players in the entire game, so this is definitely something he enjoys to play, I do believe. But for now, everyone seems to be enjoying it quite a lot. Only that one miss at around 10 come from Netamar going to be the difference maker, but that is going to not matter anymore as Netamar finds his 2nd miss off the map.
Yeah, so far approaching a quarter and everyone doing very well. Just some small misses from Amaru, but really impressive that everyone else holding full combo. Titobas now going to fall, trade that back. Oh, and Kame missed negatively enough to flip it over. Henrik now as well. Triple miss coming out of Team Blue.
A complete meltdown in this middle section, or this quarter section rather, from Team Blue, and Arma in motion, still holding on to the FC, Arma still holding on to the double S even. 1,000 combo and counting, and that score bar is just loading up, given these 3 misses, right? That's about 40,000 points in difference, triple disadvantage for Team Red. That's 1 from the Tamar, but they need more. Motion and Arma still holding on to the FC.
Yeah, nice recovery from Team Blue, but as I say that, Titobas now finding another miss. They need to get some more combo here. We're past the halfway mark. Still plenty of map to go, but they got to start turning it around. Everything is on this point.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Nomad one from the Grand Finals pool. There's still 2 FCs, one being dropped by motion. Double miss coming from both teams. The Titobas versus Arma right now, but once again, it's going to favor Team Red, right?
Yeah, an unfortunate miss from Netamaru there in the slow section, and then motion as well will save Team Blue a little bit, but not too much, because Henrik finding another miss now. Although Arma down, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, Arma down is going to be huge for them, and Titobas has combo, but he needs his teammates to build combo. Arma missing once more, and Arma missing once more. That's a triple miss coming out for Team Red, actually. And Team Blue is going to be capitalizing. 2 misses coming out from them as well. Kame, the only one who can combo right now, and it's going to be a difference maker, though. Hands up dropping as well. Arma still border left. So many misses dropping across the board, but still slight advantage for Team Red. And I do believe they have the combo advance as well.
Yeah, Team Blue keeps getting the opening they need, but then just fumbling it a little bit and not being able to capitalize, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the Marvers Titobas right now. Ends up dropping, only Titobas. That score bar slowing up. It's going to switch to Team Blue, I do believe. Kame ends up dropping. It's so really close. At the end 16 map, Dominus going out from Team Blue. It's only Titobas right now. But he ends up dropping as well. So many misses happening left and right. This map is coming to an end, and it's super, super close. But Titoba, Netamara and Motion are above 200 combo. I believe there's only section off this spinner. I'm not sure. I think there's still some map. Is there still some map left? There might not be any more map left. And that will be Team Red taking home the 7 points and making this reverse sweep seem oh so easy. Absolutely insane performance from Team Red. And that is the 7-5 scoreline. And Team Red ends up winning this show match rather, in a incredible fashion, I would say.
Yeah, the script not followed, but the prophecy fulfilled. The reverse sweep going from being 0-5 to winning at 7-5. Very well performed by Team Red, and still a really nice performance from Team Blue as well. Definitely no slacking with some of their scores. We should be seeing the tiebreaker being played as a just kind of for fun showcase. But I suppose you could say that about this whole match as well. It is just a show match, but there we are. Going to throw it on screen. Congratulations to Team Red, Motion, Arma, Netamaru, Arisial, Unlucky W, and Daxaraz for taking the victory in this Grand Finals show match.
An absolutely incredible fashion as well. Being down 5-0 and just completely switching the momentum. Seeing an FC from Netamaru and Hardrock 1, an FC from Arma and Hardrock 2. Yeah, All Stars Red will really nice performance after. Yeah, I mean those early slip-ups right at the beginning of the match seemed so shaky that they just stepped up their game and showed us why they're, well, both teams are All-Stars, but why they are Supreme All-Stars for this one.
Yeah, definitely a great performance, and really just goes to show, even if you're down 0-5, don't give up. You're not out of it yet. You can still come back and take a victory, just like Team Red did here.
Indeed. But we're going to be playing Tiebreaker anyway, and this Tiebreaker, Snow, is a custom-made song and a custom-made map, I believe by Dave, Gensu, and Bunray. And it is beautiful, and it is brutal.
Yeah, that is quite the lineup, both in artists and mappers, so it's going to be a very exciting one to see. Right now we got Netamaru, Motion, Arma, Totobus, Henrik, and Kame playing.
Yeah, I think we're getting all players into the lobby, only showcasing 3 from each team, obviously. Strongest 3, I would say. Motion, Arma, Netamaru, Totobus, Henrik, and Kame. Definitely played the most maps for each team. And definitely showed why, I mean, these guys are one of the strongest players in the world. Definitely gave us worth for his money, right? It looked kind of shaky in the beginning. I was getting a little doubtful for Team Red, right? Could have been a clean sweep in the show match. Definitely something you wouldn't want to see. Well, it does showcase just pure dominance from Team Blue. And most of the times these teams are made so that they're relatively equal. And luckily, or luckily, we were right in the fact that they ended up being quite equal given the 7-5 scoreline.
Yeah, definitely. It was a little shaky in the beginning for Team Red, but after they found their groove, it really just was some good maps back and forth and quite balanced, I would say. So definitely good job for all the people involved in organizing that, which I believe actually, Quentin, you were one of the main members there, so very nicely done.
Thank you very much. We originally had planned, I can disclose this now, I do believe, we wanted to do an old All-Stars versus the new All-Stars, being the old All-Stars being players from previous Catch World Cups that were sublime in those and create a team of those, such as Motion, for example, but also Nagi or EKR or QWH and so forth. We also even asked Esgon. He wanted to play, but he couldn't, sadly. And most players were just not active enough or were unable to show up, so we ended up going for a mixture of all-stars from this year and then Motion added onto those because he definitely wanted to play himself. And he did show as to why he's still one of the best players in the world, even though he didn't play in the Catch World Cup this year. So I'd like to thank all players definitely for showing up today and giving us a beautiful match.
We're just getting the rest of the players in the lobby so they can all participate in this tiebreaker. And again, like we mentioned, we'll only have 3 from each team on screen, but we're going to let them all have some fun in the lobby.
Yeah, I believe all players are going to be using some custom mods as well. So most of the times, how would you say, these matches have a tiebreaker where you can only pick no mod are hidden, right? Hidden for reading purposes, but I believe the referee allowed it, so players can go for easy and hard and all that. So we'll be seeing quite a mixture of mods in this lobby as well. That's definitely something to look out for.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing behind the scenes right now, we're going to have some spicy mods, hopefully, so I'm excited to see what everyone is going for.
I think Henrik is going to be going for the easy flashlight even. Henrik being known for, I mean, he does play quite a lot of easy and apply quite a lot of easy flashlight himself, so yeah, there we go, easy flashlight. And then we see the Hartoken Arm and Netamaru and Kame. Totobus and Motion going to go for the no mod. Katsuragi, not on the screen, is also going to be playing easy as well, so curious to see which team is going to be taking home, because Team Red has 5 players, but Team Blue has 2 players playing easy. And easy is 0.5 multiplier, so that should tie things up for on that side. But I'm not sure how many harder players are on either side, so it might give a slight advantage to Team Red as well. We'll have to see. early miss coming out from Kame. I mean, Henrik, the fact that he's able to read this or play this is just insane.
Yeah. And it's a tiebreaker map too, so you can't even say, "Oh, it's just a short map he memorized." No, it's he's in it for the long run, and he's doing great so far.
I mean, realistically speaking, Henrik didn't know he was going to be playing in the showcase for, I think, like the last 5 days he knew it or something. And the tiebreak has been out for like a week, so he has had a week to practice with Easy Flashlight. I'm quite sure he's sight reading this with Easy Flashlight, but if you were to have practiced, you only had a week. So a week of time to memorize 6 minutes of Easy Flashlight, that is not a lot of time. But he seems to be feeling really confident, honestly. He found a couple of misses, but I mean, still all close to 98 accuracy, so close to an S rank. And let's keep in mind, this map's 8.3 stars, so with it easy, that's like still above 6 stars, so that's absolutely insane.
Yeah, also some impressive hard rock performances going on. Definitely a bit more struggle there, I'd say. Really bumping up the difficulty on this, but some really good plays to Tobis with the SS, trying to keep up with his FC legacy.
And Tobis once again also showing up for his team. Tamar still with the 99 accuracy as well in the hard flip. I mean, beautiful hard flip performance coming from him. I'm just so impressed by Henrik right now. That is just, what a wonderful performance.
Yeah, it's like you really kind of just have to play off instinct with some of these far jumps, and that is beautiful, the ones that he just hit there. You find a miss eventually, but that's just incredible.
Yeah, it definitely is. Tobos also ended up finding a miss, so no FCs on the screen, rather. Might still be someone FCing in the background, but I'm quite sure that's not going to be the case. Just mesmerized by Henrik. It just seems, the thing is, easy is not easy. That is the complete paradox in the mod easy. It's used to make maps easier for lower star ratings, but as soon as you step up in star rating, it just gets harder and harder. Like easy is harder in this map than no mod. Yeah, the density, the AR, and just putting on flashlight as well. It's just absolutely insane. Mario above 40,000 score with the hard trick, outperforming everyone else in the lobby on the hard trick, so still also the S rank as well. I think Tito is on a 1 miss run himself, or not too certain how many misses he had, but not many either way. And this map as well, I mean, beautiful map, beautiful song, Catch the Glory, definitely some pun intended there, given this how this is a Catch the Beat World Cup. Hoping we can see it this weekend.
Yeah, and it's the World Cup show match, so they really are just playing for glory here.
Definitely. Kame with a 4 combo on the heart as well. This pass so brutal. Henrik is also just catching like most of it. Still holding on to the A rank with the easy.
Yeah, things starting to speed up now. Getting a little bit difficult. See Motion and Tobis holding through that speed up section, and Kame for that matter. Definitely impressive.
Definitely. Tamar still holding on to the highest score for the hardware players. See Tobis still outscoring at Tamar on the hardware, so yeah, that's I think only a 1 miss run at Tobis. That's just showing off lately in the rankings, but also in this World Cup and also in this show match as well. A force to be reckoned with. Just finding a miss there in these hyper chains. Motion still on to combo though. Some missing as well.
Yeah, some great combos out of them. Both getting above 1,000 combo.
Lovely. This will be the last time we'll be seeing these players on the screen for this year. CDVC. All of them already knocked out, not going to be playing in this grand finals. Only United States, China, and South Korea get that honor. Motion being South Korean, but did not sign up for this CDVC himself. Yeah. But it is a pleasure to be witnessing these amazing players play these amazingly difficult maps in amazingly sensitive situations and still pull out amazing scores.
Yeah, as much fun as it would have been to see the kind of old All Stars versus the new All Stars, I am glad we got to see all these players, especially this year. The competition's just been so high that really any of the players on screen right now easily could have been still in the tournament. The competition is just really high, and it's nice to give them one last match on the big screen.
Yeah, definitely. To show off what they can and how much potential there still is for some of these countries, right? I mean, Italy having two of the strongest players in the world showing off today. But then France having Titova as being just an absolute monster. Canada also, I mean, so much potential left, and I hope these teams come back stronger next year. It has been a pleasure to watch them play. It will remain being a pleasure to watch them play. And I mean, once again, look at motion Titovas right now. On the no motion air and come when counting on these incredibly difficult sections. Just holding on to combo. That's a Maru. Approaching the S rank, might be able to get that S rank right at the end. It's barely not enough. That will conclude this year's show match on the grand finals map pool rather. Henrik slightly above 200 misses on the easy flashlight, still holding on to an A rank as well.
Yeah, it does hold that A rank though, so very impressive performance out of him. And I'm sure Katsuragi also had a nice play with that easy. But
Katsuragi
yeah.
456 misses Katsuragi, so he was struggling just a little bit more. Everyone else, I mean, the top 3 performing players were the players shown on screen for Team Red, and then for Team Blue, Marshmallow had a 750k run as well. But I mean, Titovas and Netamar especially at the highest scores in the entire lobby. But as we said, Snow Leopard, this will be the conclusion of this year's show match of this grand finals weekend already. And tomorrow, I mean, in about 24 hours from now, I do believe we'll have the conclusion of this year's CWC. So it went by so fast once again.
Yeah, there we are. Got it on screen. So we got 12 UTC for that match, China versus United States. And then depending on who that winner is, actually, sorry, no matter who the winner is, it's going to be 1330 UTC for the winner bracket grand finals match. So the match on screen right now will determine who gets to face South Korea and who is leaving with 3rd place. Definitely don't want to miss it. These matches coming to you tomorrow. Will be the end of the stream for today, but definitely come back and check that out. Can't wait for that to happen.
Yes, definitely. We'll be closing down the stream for now. Obviously, you can't keep it running for 19 hours. But do come back tomorrow, 12 UTC, quite early for some of you living in the Eastern Hemisphere. But definitely it's something you wouldn't want to miss. And I mean, all the American players are waking up at like 6 a.m. themselves to play in that one. So you can make an effort as well, right? They have to play and wake up. So, I mean, you can still watch the match in your bed or something. Either way, Snow Leopard, it was a pleasure casting this one with you. Beautiful.
Pleasure as always, Quentin.
And to whoever was viewing, thank you for watching. And be sure to tune in for the conclusion of this year's CWC tomorrow at 12 UTC. China versus United States. And then the winner of that one versus South Korea. And then a potential bracket reset as well. So there's still quite a lot of catching to be done tomorrow. All right, everyone, take care and have a good night. And we'll catch you later.
See you later.